Everybody hates insurance claims because they take absolutely forever. It can take weeks just to get a simple answer. So I just built an AI agent which can handle all of it within just 3 minutes. Today I'm going to show you a live demo of what it sounds like. I'm going to show you how it works. And then I'm also going to show you how much money insurance companies are saving using AI like this.
Welcome to Star Insurance. This is Kate. How can I help you today?
I was just my name's Liam. I was just in a car crash and wanted to report a claim, please.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Liam. I hope you're okay. Let's get started with the process. Can I please get your full name for the record?
Yeah, that's Liam Parker.
Thank you, Liam Parker. Could you please describe the problem you're facing in detail?
Yeah, so I was going a little too fast, I'll be honest, and I was trying to drift around a corner, and then my car hit a stop sign, and the front right of my car is just completely smashed.
Thank you for sharing the details. Liam, I'm glad you're safe. Let's summarize the issue to ensure we have everything correct. Your name is Liam Parker. You were involved in a car crash. You were driving a bit fast and attempting to drift around a corner when your car hit a stop sign.
I guess the stop sign did make me stop, didn't it?
Haha, it certainly did. So, just to confirm, the front right of your car is completely smashed as a result of
yeah,
hitting
exactly.
the stop sign? Great. Let's go ahead and submit your claim now. I've submitted your claim, Liam. The next step is to text a photo of the damages to this number. Once that's done, our team will be in touch with you soon.
Okay, cool. I'll send you a text. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, that's awesome. So as you can see, it collected some details, but we are not done yet in the least. So first what it did is it noted the details down in a spreadsheet here in Airtable. And next, let's actually send a text message of the photo. So let's just say that this is my car, right? A pretty beaten up car. And we're just going to text that to the number that we just called. And then you're going to notice in here, this next automation will actually trigger, and you're going to see something pretty cool happening in just a second. So let's find the photo and text it over. There we go, I just sent the text. And you will see in just a second that this automation will trigger, and an AI will actually analyze the photo and then decide, is this a valid claim or not, by ranking it. And I've made this AI pretty strict as well, so you're going to see that trigger. It can take a couple seconds. And there we go. As you can see now, the AI is analyzing the image I just sent, and it has actually decided to go down the path of false. I'm going to explain how this works in just a second, but over here now you can see that we've added some more things. It's updated the AI assessment to not viable. The cost assessment is 3,400 in damages, and the AI reasoning is that, there we go, the image shows significant damage to the front right side of the vehicle, including smashed headlight, bent metal, and so on. Yeah, I mean, you can read through this if you want, but it's pretty cool to see how it categorizes this. Now, I'm going to go more into detail how this works in a moment, but basically we get AI to analyze the image, analyze the conversation, and then based on that, give it a ranking, a score. And I've told it if the score is higher than 7, which means it's quite damaged, then it's eligible for a claim. If it's lower, then it's not, right? Which is what you saw here. It's not a huge smash. So just with this specific criteria, we decided to say that this is not eligible. Now you can tweak all of this as well if you want to. And by the way, you can find the templates in the description as well, completely for free. If you would like my help to set them up, then you can also book a free AI consultation call as well. And if you're new to the channel, then welcome. My name's Liam. I help many different companies use AI to actually save quite a lot of money every single year. If you would like to work with me and see how AI can be used in your company, then once again, there is a link down below to book a free AI consultation call. There are only 3 spots available for this video, so I hope to see you in there. And now let's dive into how much money this will save an insurance company. Alrighty, so over here, I've made a little overview of how much money this will save. Now, how do I know all of this? Well, I've actually been working with insurance companies among a lot of other clients, so this data is not guessed. It is estimated in this case, but it's an educated guess. And what's pretty cool is you can see that there we go. An insurance company, a mid-sized one, will get around 100,000 claims a year, which means 8 grand a month, 8,000 claims a month. The AI coverage, let's just say the AI that we built can only cover 20% of the claims. Now, in a real-world scenario, we'd aim for a lot more than this, but let's just say it can only handle 20%. Now, the human processing cost per claim, very conservatively, is actually $50. I've already adjusted this down. It can be around $200 depending on the complexity of the claim, but the AI cost per claim is actually only $40. Now, this is actually, once again, quite a high estimate. You will see in the softwares in a moment that the usage, for example, is only 10 cents per minute, and it took us less than like 60 seconds to speak to this AI before, but let's just say it's a longer description. This could take maybe 4 minutes. Now, the setup cost of the AI, this can really range, right? Maybe if you work with me, for example, I'd give you a quote for this. 50,000 is, of course, a very, very large setup cost, but I wanted to show you anyway, because in the cost savings over here, if we just quickly scroll down, you will see that the cost without AI for a human, you're going to be paying them 83,000 per month just to handle these claims. Now, that is based on 50 times the 1,000 claims and so on, right? Then next, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the AI costs. So AI costs are actually only 600 a month based on the 40 cents per claim as opposed to 50 euros per claim. Now, with the setup cost, even if it's a really big one of 50,000, for example, then you will see the cumulative savings over time, right? In the first month, you're paying off the setup fee, but in the second month already, the AI savings is quite a lot. You're saving almost 80,000, more than 80,000 a month, every single month. And at the end of the year, this actually adds up to 76,830 euros saved. And this is just in human labor, by the way. Now, once again, these are big numbers, right? And at this scale, AI is, of course, hugely, hugely beneficial, just simply by looking at the fact that, you know, the cost per claim goes down from 50 euros down to 40. Now, I've tried to be extremely conservative with all of these numbers. Realistically, it's at least double this, and also it can handle more of the claims. But I think it's cool to just see where the power of AI is. Now, on top of this, we haven't just got the insurance company side, but we also have the customer side. The huge benefit is it doesn't take so long, right? AI takes a lot of the manual looking at pictures, comparing them, talking to the customers, and so on. It does that automatically, which means it's cost effective, right? Insurance companies save a ton of money, but also the customers get way, way faster service. AI is active 24/7. It can do 1,000 calls at once, by the way. It is phenomenal. It does not matter. All people could call at the very same second and submit their claim. Plus, also, it's multilingual. I've made many videos on how AI can speak many languages. I will link one up here for you to watch. And this is great also for people who maybe have language barriers. They can submit their claims a lot more easily now. So overall, you are getting paid more than $750,000 every single year for better customer service, better use of your humans, by the way. The humans previously doing this can do much, much more important things now, and it is extremely scalable. It's pretty cool, right? If you'd like to work with me and find out how much money you would save for yourself and your company, maybe it's not 800,000, maybe it's only 30,000 a year, then just book a call down below. I'd love to chat to you and see how we can help you out. All right, the second part of the video is for people more interested in the tech. So for business owners, this might bore you, but maybe it's also interesting. And for anyone else watching, I've linked the templates down below. You can download them for free if you'd like to. Cool. So the way this is set up is we have two softwares, N8N and VAPI. So in VAPI, this is where the agent is that we were just talking to. Now in here, you can select which AI model do we want to use, what is the welcome message of the assistant. You can set the voice, right? Is it male, is it female, and so on. And then you can also set a system prompt. So in the system prompt, we have things like the role of the assistant, right? You work for Star Insurance. This is your context. You're in a voice call interaction. This is your current time, by the way, so it knows it's a little bit context aware. And this is just basically a variable that gets replaced at the start of the call with the current time. Cool. Then we tell it the task. You should greet the caller, inquire about the problem, summarize it, and then you should submit the claim. Now, to submit the claim, I'll explain that in just a moment. Basically, to finish the prompt, we also have tone and style. For example, you can laugh at jokes, or it's a professional, empathetic, helpful style, and so on. Now, to actually submit the claim, we have a thing called tools. Now, in the tools, you can see here, this one's called claim file, and we've given it a description. So we've told the AI, you can use this tool to actually submit the claim once the customer has confirmed that all the details are correct. And in here, what it does is we told the AI, please extract from the conversation the name and also the problem. And then you can send it to this webhook. Now, this webhook over here is in this case this one. So this one receives the data, and then we have a record here in Airtable. Let's see. Yeah, we have a record here in Airtable where we basically tell it, okay, whatever the AI sends through, take the phone number. So all of these gray bits are sent through by the AI. Put the phone number there, put the name into the table, and then also put the problem into the table here. Right? These are the first 3 rows. And this is dynamically extracted and summarized by the AI. And the second half of it is basically getting the phone number. So the phone number, you'll have to go into your phone number provider, like for example, Twilio. And then you have to basically, and this is hard for me to show because this is different for basically every single phone number provider, but you can configure it so that any message that comes gets directed to a server URL, like this webhook, for example. What we did here is we did this. We first of all got all the records from Airtable, right? And we filtered by the phone number that was texting the picture. And now we have extracted the things that are previously in the table, which are the first 3 categories. So we have the name, the phone number, and then the problem. And then we send that along with the photo that was just also received by this module over here into the AI. And this one here, we've basically told it analyze an image. I believe this is GPT 4.0. 4.0 latest. And the prompt for this one is categorize the damages into a number from 1 not damaged to 10 almost unrepairable. Specifics consider the image, but also the description, which we map over. As you can see, this in green was extracted from Airtable and put into the prompt. So the prompt basically changes every single time. And then output it like this. So please output it in a JSON format. And as you can see, the output here is in a JSON code format, which means now we can run that through a little bit of code, which then allows us to extract the individual bits from the AI's conversation. So usually AI just outputs one big block of text. This is how we got it into 3 individual bits of text. Now it estimated the repair cost, it gave an explanation of why it chose to score it the way it did, and it also gave us a score. And then we can put those into Airtable. But here we decide, is the score greater than 7, yes or no? If no, basically the only thing that changes between these two is that AI assessment, we change that from either not viable if it's lower than 7, or we set it to viable if it's higher than 7. And as you can see here, once again, these green bits, they're sent through from the AI, which is the photo, right? The AI cost assessment and the AI reasoning, and that's it. Pretty damn cool.